Welcome to my channel. Hello, testing. Yeah, I haven't been streaming for quite a long time. Um, a lot has happened in my life. I stopped doing music that much, but I'm still doing it. Recently apparently more into tabletop RPGs now. So here I am trying to prepare for an adventure on Saturday with Greatest J Chan. Shout out to Greatest J Chan. He's a streamer who's been doing community things. And yeah, I joined his campaign. I created a character, and now I need to work on the backstory because this character is something out of pocket. Like I did not imagine myself doing such a character before. It's the first time they do something like this, so it's kind of a crazy idea I took from Instagram. One of those, you know, D&D ideas reels. From the idea is probably from like Tumblr or something. I don't remember the source, but the idea is that um you have a warlock, right? But instead of the warlock being like a measly mortal signing a contract with a patron, he's actually like kind of you're actually playing as the patron and you're signing a contract with a human so that you can get human powers like appreciation from music, being able to eat food, being able to do human stuff. Like I thought that was a pretty cute idea, but I sort of put my own spin on it. Um, yeah, I want to develop that. So yeah, let me take a look at. I probably have to open Beyond because my character is on there. But I actually want to do a solo RPG. Solo RPG is another thing I've been getting into. So like basically playing RPGs alone, you know. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm playing RPGs alone and like that is it's kind of a very difficult thing to do. So I haven't actually got a handle on how to do that. I've been reading up on Mythic, GME, Mythic Game Master Emulator, and trying to do the steps there, but it seems to be very draggy and very like there's a lot of I have to force myself to have motivation to continue kind of thing. So I actually bought two books by this YouTube channel called Geek Gamers, and these books actually fill in the gaps for me. So I'm going to use the advice from those books to try to start something. Yeah, I know I yap a lot. Trying to stall. This is actually very stressful for me to do this thing, but I needed to stream because I needed to have something to record my process. Yeah, so I know how to get more easily in the flow next time. So here I am having a Foundry virtual tabletop. I'm going to create a world right now. So this world will be a Daggerheart system world. Let's choose. I got lots of stuff here. Daggerheart. And the world title will be solo adventure. Let's just be more specific. Red solo. Yeah, this the character's name is called Fred. He's just a farmer. He's a farmhand actually. He's working in a team of farmers. He's not even that like he doesn't even own any land. He's just like a he just needs a job, to get paid to eat and do whatever. Right. Very interesting. I think I think I might have lost all my reach on Twitch because I haven't streamed for a while. I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't even have like the what you call that the affiliate anymore. But it's okay. I'm just doing this for recording, so completely fine. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Just let's get started. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's go. Lol. The only people watching is me and Stream Elements. That's funny. Been a while since it's been like that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go continue. And I'm just gonna create a Game Master account. The stupid password. I think we'll mostly be using the Game Master. So I mean, you go in a solo game, you kind of need to go back and forth. Invalid password? What the fuck? Uh, did I just mess up? Okay. Great. I messed up. Return the setup. Let's delete the world and start over. Oh, I need to enter the administrator password just to go back, huh? Okay. Sorry. I don't know what happened. I think I mistyped a character or something. Let's restart it. Oh no, we need to type a password. Okay. Create a world. Daggerheart. It's a Fred solo. Okay, password. Password to join. Okay, there's some things I need to set up. So this is how it starts. With the basic stuff. With like a simple guide here to go run you through the Foundry. This is Foundry VTT. This is like a virtual tabletop software. Um, it's very useful in like putting out grid maps and stuff like that. Stuff that you would expect to do on a physical tabletop, and like has character sheets and everything. Here I am. Okay. I remember I need to a moment. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. I'm gonna module management and add on stuff. I need this extra content. I will show you why they're useful later. I don't know what this character tracker is anymore. I think try to take those that are green because the the ones in yellow and gray have like compatibility risk. I mean, they might not work that well with the current version. So yeah. Wait, let me see. Okay, sorry. Just checking. It's been a while since I streamed, so I'm just like checking my setup. I think I'll just lie my phone on the screen. So yeah. Okay. Duality dice roller was this thing. We definitely need it. I think it allows you to roll duality dice outside of the skill checks. Yeah. And then I think it's good for like random rolls, random reaction stuff that is non-combat. GM HUD, okay. Hotbar card view. This one, I'm not sure if it's working. I'll just enable it. HUD mystery box. What is that? Let's not do all this extra stuff. Maybe adversary manager. Colossus. Maybe this. I don't know what happened in this. Containers. Yeah, all this like nice. They make the interface a bit more computer gamey, which is easier to control. Custom stack tracker. What's this? I forgot what this is. Death moves. Dice so nice. Okay, let's add dice so nice. Custom stat tracker. Oh, yeah, there's a custom stat. Okay, good. It's a nice add-on. It allows you to add like a new stat to track for every player on top of the hope and fear. It's quite interesting. Distances, yeah, let's do that. That's a very nice feature. Professions, what is professions? Homebrew kit. Homebrew cards for professions. Okay. I have no idea what is this? Sorry, give me a moment. I'm just reading up this professions thing. It's been a while. Oh, so we have professions. Oh, we can add a profession to an adventure. That is very nice. They don't have farmer, unfortunately. It grants 2 unique abilities per profession and a professional narrative authority. Oh, and okay. I guess when you are a cook and then in a cooking scene, the cook can take over and describe the things that are going on, I guess. And then your character can gain professions. Okay. I think I mean it's a homebrew system. I think we are allowed to add our own shit. Right? I can add a farmer. Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. Let's do professions. Quick actions. What is quick actions? Okay. Quick rules. Sleek UI. Okay, sleek UI is it's a hit or miss thing. I enable it because a lot of things work better with sleek UI, but sometimes there's some bugs in there. I have no idea why. Oh, I think I need to update my Daggerheart system as well. Okay, sure. I'll just update my. I'm taking too long here. Sorry. States toolbox. I forgot what all these are. Stats toolbox. Stat block importer. Okay, I just import them. Store as well. Tech team. Tech team is fun. Unidentified items. Dice tray. Dice pools not for this game. Easy target. Easy target is good to have. It's allow you to target with a key combination or something. Export sheet to be, don't need that yet. FA Nexus is good for maps. Fate aspect, not doing fate here. GM knows GM screen. More manual dice rolls. If you're doing manual dice, not doing that today. Yeah, bit nice to have like a video setup that shows the dice I roll, but I'm just beginning to do this shit, so we're just going to use the foundry stuff. Yeah. Then night city, my city. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure about all these yellow ones, so I'll just leave it. Progress counter tracker cannot be enabled. Required. Issues in required. Okay. The void. Yes, this is why I need to add the void. This is there's a class that this character belongs to the users. Not immediately. I'll get there later, but basically it's like the class changes during this character's like life. Okay, so I think that is all. Yeah. Save. Reload. And before I continue, oh, there's countdowns. That's cool. There's mythic GME tools. Good for solo stuff. Okay, I have to go back to my setup. Okay. This is just balancing the laptop on my knees, which is not very healthy. Let me move it down so. Okay, I need to update software. Check for update. Stable release, nice. Bug fixes and improvements. Great, great. There's a lot of issues that I hope they solve most of it. I understand that this is quite a complex app to make, and I appreciate them for making it. Just there's a lot of teething issues with, especially newer systems that are not D&D. Yeah, because I think they mostly test with D&D. Yeah, okay, it's restarting. Sorry, taking a while. And then, oh, I don't need to retarget. That's cool. I thought I need to retarget this with Twitch. Turns out it's fine. Hey, sir, what's up? What's up, full of art or I have to do this shit, man. My game is tomorrow. I need to prepare, so I have to do this shit. Yeah, even if nobody's watching, I have to do some prep work. Yes. How are you doing? Migrate data model. Damn. Migrate the data. Oh, upgrade. I suppose. Um setting up for tomorrow. What's up tomorrow? Okay, I guess you're doing some important stuff tomorrow. Cool, cool, cool. Hope it goes well. I don't know what I'm doing, but hope it goes well. Yeah, I'm updating my systems now. Okay. Daggerheart updated. Draw still have the Iron Swan and Starforge, which I should try actually. It's a good solo thing. Yeah, Mongoose Traveler. Okay, got it. Fate here is not oh, Daggerheart is also not too compatible with it. I guess I have to wait. D&D of course is most updated. Yeah, I think it's pretty new version, so there'll be some issue. This cyberpunk raid totally cannot run. I tried. So sad. Karen also. GURPS. Forget about running a GURPS game here. It's too advanced. Oh, Draw Steel is updated. It's cool. Iron Swan also. Okay, let's go for Daggerheart. Let's go. Update again. Begin migration again. Okay, this one is update. Okay, let's join. So I know, okay, these two books I read, right, basically says that they say that if you play a solo RPG, don't start with creating the character. And I kind of understand where that comes from, and I really love that. But unfortunately, I already created a character concept, and I have to go with that. So let's see how we can use that. There are some other advice in the books. I'll try to read it out. I'll follow the. Okay. So now, since I've created a character, let's do that. Character creation itself is a game, right? So let's try to enjoy that. This is a character, and then I'm gonna call him Fred Johnson. I try to create a very normal sounding character. Now I have to do the setup. Okay, so the class of this setup, and I have extra. Oh, this blood hunter and all that. That's pretty cool. I have the extra content, so he's gonna start out in mundane. This is very important for me to this is very important for me to try right now because I have an upcoming campaign I want to run that needs this class. Basically people who are playing as normal people. As you can see, the subclasses here. What survivor, people, expert, the burnout. I don't know what that means. I got to explore it. The theories, which probably the smart guy, the smart girl, the person. Hypochondriac, which is someone who is very fearful of unhygienic stuff or like germs and the courier. So like doesn't seem to have what I want here, but I want something like this very super mundane, like farmer or some shit. ID and wallet, nice. So okay. Absurd improvisation. Okay, okay. Okay, let's see what's the closest to a farmer you can get, right? Survivor, maybe, because maybe you can look at it from the stats point of view. Yeah. Don't want the stats to be too different. I'm actually trying to create a warlock. Let's see if the warlock is here. Okay. Warlock stats are have I don't know what's the recommended stats for warlock. Let me check my Heart of Dagger. I did create this character on Heart of Dagger beforehand. Heartofdagger.com. Yeah, okay. So this I created a level 5 warlock, but you can see the basic stats. Actually I don't know what the basic stats are. Damn it. Damn it. I have to download the character sheet to see. Okay, the basic stats is 0 agility, -1 strength, 1 finesse, 1 instinct, 2 presence, and 0 knowledge. 0 agility. Okay, -1 to strength. Okay, see what this is. The only -1 to strength is people. I guess he's kind of a people expert because he is a scoundrel. Basically, this is like a scoundrel who like gambles a lot, and just goes around messing with other people. Except he has less knowledge and more finesse. He's like playing cards and also probably like does something on the sly sometimes. Do some card tricks maybe. Yeah, I'll probably go with a people expert, except with a gambling angle to that. Okay, so I'll choose a mundane right now. I have to like drag this thing here. Okay, so it's a mundane. And then I'm gonna select a subclass, people expert, presence. I guess it fits his later class, which we'll explore later. It's a spellcaster, this is pretty cool. I mean, there's no spellcasting in these domains, but yeah. Pardon, I'm not sure how they generated these pictures, but a lot of I'm not saying anything, this probably hand drawn or stuff, but the thing is a lot of stuff on. Oh, what happened? Oh, shit, sorry. I had to restart everything. A lot of stuff that is on TTRPG scene seems to be AI generated. I think because TTRPGs need a lot of art because we are trying to convey a description that the players can immerse themselves in. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not like they can't afford shit, so they tend to like just generate stuff. There's one issue I have like after entering this community. I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes we got to. Oh shit! My phone keep sliding onto the keyboard. Sorry, yeah. Sometimes that's just the situation, and we kind of have to make do. Unfortunately. Okay, mixed ancestry. Ancestry. This is like a normal human, right? So just go with a human. Oh, there's a lot of like, ancestries here. Wow. Okay. If a kitsune, that's cool. Yeah. Why is the orc being like a horn? It's funny. Skykin, Tidekin. It's my human. Okay. Do I want to be human and something else? We just start with human. This is a normal person, I guess. Community. This person is from the Slyborn. Very naughty person. Oh, this Doomborn is free. This is very interesting stuff. Hmm. I like this reborn class. Yeah, when the character class change later on, it's going to be a reborn class. Okay, next. Okay, this is where the suggested thing. Knowledge is 0. Okay, finesse. Why is it doing? I thought. Okay, never mind. I will just change it manually. Strength is supposed to be -1. The presence is supposed to be 2. Okay, strength is -1 for sure. What else is 2? Finesse and instinct is 1. Then presence is 2. Knowledge and agility are 0. Yeah. Okay. Experience. Okay. Okay. Experience. I have no idea how to do this. The character I created on Heart of Dagger, basically, because I sort of got the personality inspiration for this character through a Star Kid musical called Trail to Oregon after Jack Bauer, the main character, the father character, and sorry, my phone is sliding non-stop. Yeah, so I ended up just putting some musical stuff, which is not really what I want. So I'll just put like maybe like a farmhand. He's not very good at it, but he does have some experience. That should count for something. And on the side, he does some gambling. So like gambling addiction. I'll just do that. It's not like a good thing, but it just gives him some edge sometimes. Yeah, farmhand showing that he's not very good at the job. He just does that for a living, so that got count for something, right? So domain cards, 2 domain cards. Let's see. Bare bones. Nah, he's not a. Maybe he's someone like that. I don't know. Death menu. He's not very agile. Okay, it's type agile. Hmm. He's not a protective person. Also, no. I'm your shield. No. He probably sees it coming and he runs away from stuff. Yeah, probably that's how he stays alive. Untouchable. He probably runs away a lot. Should I just gain 1 bonus? No, he's not an attacker. I'll just do this too because he seems like a evader. Like someone who just evades conflicts altogether. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like the mundane class experience is like this. Like, you have to choose the domain cards that sort of put you in the spotlight, that shifts you away slightly from the mundane. I'm going to see how that works with my other campaign, where I'm going to do that. Okay. Armor. Does he start with an armor? Wow, look at that. He had Juggernaut suit, like good. Ooh. Reinforced height. Um, do I want a lot of evasion? I'm gonna try to build like a powerful character. No, I'm not. Trying to do something normal. Probably has some stupid armor. But that's not heavy. Not the stupid armor that's not too heavy. Maybe for now I just eschew. I just like not wear armor because I'm mostly doing social stuff. Weapons, that's an interesting one. Are weapons. There's like all the see all the guns here, like, from the extra content. Pretty cool stuff, but I'm not gonna use those. Maybe he has a dagger. He's a pretty. Oh, but dagger uses finesse. Okay, I think he can somewhat do finesse. Because he's not like a. This one will fit the class, but he's not like that kind yet. He's like a very unoptimized character actually. Hand runes. How do I see which one uses finesse? Sorry, presence. I can't. Okay, let's filter. Filter by trait presence. We have cutlass, a rapier, scepter, and a whip. I don't think he uses a whip. Rapier. Nah. Let's just give him a small dagger. You know, let's just do that. Dagger. No taser. That'll be funny. This is a medieval setting because I'm obviously playing D&D for this character. So that's maybe a small dagger. Maybe all he has is a small dagger. You know, like it's a like pathetic secondary weapon. It's not even a main weapon. It's funny. Okay. Okay. Starting item none, obviously, because this is a mundane choice. Oh, multi tool and ID in wallet. Nah, he just has an ID. What does an ID look like in the medieval world anyway? I think it's just fluff. We can ignore it. Okay. Absurd improvisation. Spend 3 hope you do something that absolutely should not work but does. Yeah. That fits his character. That's my feel. You have practical knowledge from years of study. Okay. I think there's also like what profession or something. I don't know how to add that. We have a basic. We have a. Oh, you can add like features to a character. That's pretty cool. Actually, this is the freeform stuff. You can do whatever you want here. Okay. No, I added empty features. Delete it. Okay. So there you go. There I have a character now. Now I need to start the adventure. This is I'm installing this. But let's get into it. Compendium packs. Death moves. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Okay, now let's tell the story. I probably have to open up a compendium and create folder. Sorry, I'm burping. This folder we call Fred Solo. Maybe not Fred Solo. Maybe I do Fred like Fred Johnson. Okay, how do I add a space? I guess the color. Let me choose a color. Maybe it's like some fancy orange. Maybe. Yeah, this one. Okay. Then. So I'm checking my Telegram. I've been added to a accelerator program recently for training GMs, and I'm like total noob, so I don't know how this will turn out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Day is here. Nice to see you. Just doing a little something, um, little something small. I think I think I have to go to the bed. It's crazy. I'll be propping this laptop up on my knees the whole time. Let me go to. Okay. The power is a bit hard to handle. Okay, let's. How are you, Day? Doing art comms and listening. Hope I'm not like boring the shit out of you. It's like it's absolutely nothing happening here. Just droning on and on and on, doing nothing but talking nonsense. Okay, I need to chill. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll create a new compendium. I guess this is where I write about the characters' situation. So solo adventure 1. Okay. Document type active effect. No, it's an adventure. No, it's not adventure. It's a journal entry. Let's do that. Create the compendium. Let's go. Create entry. Session 1. We didn't even do like session 0. Just jump straight. Let's just jump straight to session 1, shall we? This is how solos do it. Okay, at the page. Wow, there's like so many. Chapter 1, I guess. Scene 1, I guess. What the heck? Section 1, scene 1, action. Okay, now I have like this freaking thing that I can minimize. Don't know why I want to minimize. Okay. So I can untick this and doesn't show scene 1. Okay, okay. Don't know why. Can I like... Okay, I can actually do this. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's start. I have the book with me here, right here. Oh, I need to go and get it. Wait, give me a while to get it. Okay. So let me first switch over my. Let me enlarge the webcam. Main display webcam. Avatar big. Okay. This. Is my avatar big? Okay, here. Oh. Okay. Okay, I need to hide the game. Okay, hi. Two of me. This is like those stupid like advertisement panel with like multiple TV screens. This is Solo Game Master Guide. It's our screen say sus scan lines. Sorry, my monitor is CRT. That's why. Solo Game Master Guide. It's yeah. They give like very directorial ideas on how to run a solo adventure. It's the bottom right, no scan line. Actually, no. If you zoom in, yeah, you can see the scan line. It's just very small. Monitor CRT, no. This is just like fluff, you know. I'm just making it look very like retro for no good reason at all. So normally we go on a solo adventure, right? What happens is you are playing alone. You are playing by yourself instead of at a table with a DM and GM or whatnot. So you are basically rolling dice by yourself, and you have to like create a story adventure where you can put your character in and like do stuff, and you have to decide what happens. And if you are like self decide, okay, I want to do this, then this will happen, that will happen, blah blah. There's no like joy in that, right? Like there's no excitement, there's no surprise. So this book, Mythic Game Master Emulator, is meant to be that randomness. Like you have like all these instructions, these systems to teach you how to
simulates NPCs, simulate adventure events, world building, all those things for solo. They have like big tables for you to roll on. For you get like two random words and then it will help you improvise certain things. It's quite a very complex system and I really appreciate it. It taught me a lot on how to think of adventures like a bunch of scenes that have meaning in it and what leads to another. But it's very mechanical. Okay, this is mechanical rules for solo. If you have absolutely no idea like me on how to play solo, this book is fun to read. You will like, oh, actually, that's how I can do it. But I mean, when you actually get down to doing it, it's like, why am I even doing this? There's no reason. I'm just like, and I have like a solo thing going on where I journal. This character is in this world and do stuff, and I kind of like don't feel like moving on. It's like, okay, what happens after that? I don't feel the joy. I feel like I'm planning out um some storyboarding for a game or something that I don't really enjoy making. Because it's like I need to do all the boring stuff to lead to the interesting stuff, right? So turns out I'm going about this entirely wrong way according to this book. So this book says when you start a solo adventure, don't start with the character first, which is what I did. I start with myself. I self insert into the story. I set myself as a character, and it's very addictive to do that because character creation is like the number one mini game of every TTRPG. You immediately jump in to make a character that represents you, and you think of the stuff you can play with this character, and then you put in them in a world that doesn't really make sense for the character, and the whole story just falls flat. This is what this book warns me about. So their idea is you skip character creation and you try to find a hook. For example, if you have a rule set, you try to find what's so fun about the rule set, what's the special thing, and then you try to find, for example, say the example given here is there's a game called Starfinder, and then Starfinder has this hybrid magic item thing. So what happened is the example is to look through this hybrid magic item and see which item is fun for you. You can use it like as a storytelling device. Or maybe my character is trying to get this item. You know, maybe it's a missing item and I'm trying to get it. Or maybe I have these items on me and I'm trying to use it for something. Maybe there's just random ideas. Um yeah, I'm trying to follow this guide here. So let's see. It recommends me to prepare 4 sets of resources, which I I do. I only have like, I think out of the 4 sets I only have like 2 of it. One is the game system Daggerheart, and the other one is maybe an oracle. Maybe I'm using this. So it's, yeah. Start with no rule set. Start with rule set. Okay, but then there's also a second book I bought from these gamers. This one is self-published. I think the paper quality is a lot more like homebrew. It's not like the professional style, but I think it's quite useful. The chapter 1 is talking about I think this one goes deeper. Talking about how you can piece together a living world through scattered ideas. Okay. Yeah, but I think there's too many tools I have. I need to get started. I need to hone in on something. So what happens is this Fred. Okay, I need to just write journal. Fred. So Fred Johnson is Let's just write statements. He is a farmhand. He is lazy F, and he likes to gamble because dopamine. I mean, science, but back then they don't know. They just he keeps losing everything, but he somehow stays alive, learns a lot of tricks to stay alive. Cheat, like cheat people, etc. I don't know what he does lah. I'm still like crafting this character. And he picked up this talisman. So I guess this adventure will be about him picking up this talisman. Adventure 1. Okay, so I think this I'll just call it a preamble. How do I? It's like a freaking formatted document, right? I'm typing it like a text document. Don't mind me. Oh, okay, add a line. Okay. I guess I'll add a line here. Like do it old HTML style, man. Then I'll just do like a heading 1. Okay. Okay, that's like yeah, okay. Heading 1 here. Okay, preamble. Okay, now I go on to the next part, which is the actual scene. Adventure. What adventure? He's okay, so I'm typing stuff and I'm not showing. Sorry. Time to hide the big thing and show the I've been typing this. So he's lazy, he's blah blah blah, you want to gamble. Where will he be right now? Let's ask some questions like where would Fred be on maybe a Saturday night? Considering Saturday is their last work day. I don't know. They rest on Sunday, right? He will be smashing his face with alcohol. Can he afford that much alcohol? Okay, he stumbles into a tavern. I want to say saloon because he's like this. I gave him a very cowboy style look based on one of the musicals I watched, but I think it's in the D&D world is more tavern is a lot more. Stumbles into a tavern. What I think the thing about solo adventure, what it makes it work is you immediately plunge into a scene that is like something you can react to. Right here, I'm facing a block right now, the number 1 block. The character is just doing something mundane. I mean, I kind of set it up, set myself to fail this way because I'm creating a mundane character, but mundane characters can do interesting stuff too, right? So okay, what separates a very easily playable character from something that's very hard to play is character motivations. The character does not have a motivation. It's very hard to imagine them wanting to do anything at all at any kind of situation except maybe run and preserve their life. So you need a motivation. In this case, his motivation is like to gamble because dopamine. I mean, yeah, he wants to seek another high again. Two nights aim, 2 nights go seek another gambling high and probably recuperate from previous losses to pay off debts. Because I think this morning someone tried to kill him again. One of the debtors tried to kill him again. Debtor, creditor? What's the term? What's the term? Creditor. I think it's creditor. Yeah, one of the creditors tried to kill him this morning. I mean, they were probably very angry. There's no reason to kill him because if you kill him, you can't get back the money. But I think they were probably very angry and it's like, and they are like from the bad part of town, so they tend to jump to like stuff. Okay, this is the thing about world building, right? If your understanding of the world is kind of crap like mine, it's going to be crap. But that's okay. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. So maybe don't. My plan is, I don't know much, right? So I don't describe too much. I just keep it simple, and we can like develop on the law later as we get more knowledge on the subject matter or more experience. So right now, I just leave it there. Someone wants him dead this morning, yeah, and he needs to do something every night. So Saturday night, he finds himself stumbling to the tavern, the usual table, looking for the usual gambling table. What do they gamble? They probably play cards. I don't know. This what dice and cards maybe, but dice I'm not sure what kind of dice in that era. Probably cards are easier to explain because there are cards in D&D. There's like a tarot cards. There's like a deck of many things. So cards are definitely existing. I'm not sure about dice. History of dice. Let me see how far back it goes. Okay. History of dice from ancient knucklebones to modern casino. I know it's a fantasy world. You don't need to be so detailed, but this is how I am. Okay, I kind of like want to tap onto the realism, not to be realistic, but ironically, is to help me find more hooks. Because if something is real, then it's easier to. Oh, looks like the 6D6, right? D6 has existed since BC. Okay, cool. So D6 is like really ancient. It definitely exists in okay, probably dice and table playing some dice card game. I'll probably have to like talk more about this game as a character because I think he likes it a lot. It's maybe his version of D&D. His entertainment in this town. Yeah, it's not just an addiction, but also a hobby. He actually enjoys this game. Okay. Yeah, we are sort of fleshing out the characters like Mindscape bit. This is kind of around the game and the addiction part. But what about him as his like normal? So we don't know that yet, right? So we are trying to evolve that through play. So he stumbles into the tavern. He opens the door. I guess this is where you. Some people will use an oracle here and they say, what do you see inside the tavern? Because if not, I have nothing planned for this. I don't know. So this book comes with like a whole bunch of literary paragraphs you can roll on in, but they are very specific stuff. They come from like Gothic literature and all that. It's very flavorful. I don't know how much of it I can use, but that's the skill to pick up in solo GMing. You don't use the material you get wholesale. You get pieces and bits of it, and then you try to create a montage or something that suits your situation a lot more. So this is a muscle I need to exercise. Admittedly I'm not very good at that. maybe let's try one of this. Okay, generally I will just seek the mythic. Okay, so there's this mythic plugin. Let me try to find it here. What's this? Mythic plugin. Where's my mythic? Here. Wait, why is it not showing anything? Huh? Where's my mythic? Journal notes. Mythic. Where are my tools? Where's the Daggerheart menu? Oh, I think there's some game settings I need to do also. Automation, what's that? Oh, oh, cool. Meta gaming. Nice. Wow. I can configure the dice so nice for duality dice. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool. Okay. Okay, let's not get lost in that. Yeah, I don't know what I wanted to set up. It's okay. It's like ovarian. Okay. Oh, these are like the. Then I'll get to core combat tracker. Nah, never mind. I'll set that later. Probably not important right now. What do I want to look at? I want to find mythic, but this thing is there. I think I'll just log out and log in again. Okay, mythic is back. Okay, so mythic right has like a bunch of. I don't know how to use this scene unfolding machine, plot unfolding machine. The principles are probably the same, but I don't have the books that give me all this. Game Master Apprentice, pretty cool stuff. Fantasy deck. Let's see what this gives. Okay, let's turn off manual rolls. I think I have like manual rolls turned on. Let's turn it off. Dice. Yeah. Let's do like Foundry VTT digital roll. Okay. So fantasy deck. I probably need to like log out again. Okay. Check this. Game Master Apprentice Fantasy deck. Why is it still asking me to submit? Card not found. Oh. Okay, I need to download the GMA. I guess it's like a paid component. Okay, I the only thing I have is Mythic. Okay, yeah, so let's see what I can roll here. There's a lot of stuff you can roll. You can roll like random events as well. Yeah, I ask like stupid questions like odds are like unsure because are there a lot of people in the tavern today? I mean it's Saturday night, so it's probably likely to chat to roll a D100. Okay, I roll a D100. Likely yes. So there's a lot. So like basically this whole place is bustling with people. Yeah. Oh my god, to open this whole thing again. Heaven is filled with people tonight. I stumble. He he walks up to the bartender because obviously there's a seat. Is there a seat for him? Let's roll mythic again. Where's my mythic? Is there a seat for him? Okay, mythic is here. Is there a seat for him at the table, at the bar counter? It's very unlikely. It's unlikely. Is there a seat for him at the bar counter? So this is the kind of thing with like solo. You do all these roles. Exceptional, no. There's no seat for him. Okay, doubles. Okay, interesting. If an exceptional no, I can try to find out what's exceptional no about it. What's like what happened? Why is it exceptional no? Locations, okay. Element, meaning, locations, city. Don't think this fit. Let's see the chat again. I forgot how Mythic works. Chat. Is there a C? Doubles. I forgot what this means already. What does it mean when I roll doubles? Let's check the Mythic manual. It's fate question. Exceptional no. So it's like a no and like no, there's no seat. Okay, let's improvise this. Again. Is there there is no seat for him at the bar counter. And okay, this is where you have to get creative. What kind of things normally happens in a bar? I think I have a lot of books for this. I actually have a book for bars. Let's check that out. Let's see, RPG books, and then we are looking at I think sorry. I think it's under cyberpunk. Bars, clubs, and bands. Yeah, I bought this book on Drive Through RPG. So these are like modern bar stuff lah, but I don't know, man. Like what can happen in a freaking tavern? Maybe some like really angry people. Maybe the very angry people who almost killed him this morning are there. The angry creditors all sat at the bar counter. Is he detected? I guess this is when I roll a reaction roll in Daggerheart. So kind of fun that we're actually doing that. This is when I use the Daggerheart rules to test if I succeed at something. So okay. I'll roll presence. I have 2 hope. I can't use any of these. I can't use any of these two thing to justify to get better at the role. So but I do have like absurd. Okay, no, I can't do this. That's my field. No, I don't really know anything. Um. Oh, I just sent it to chat. I don't know why. Okay. I think hiding is a presence role. There's no stealth. There's no like role for stealth in Daggerheart. So the presence role, and I can't use any of these experiences. They don't they don't apply to. But if maybe gambling addiction put him in a lot of situation where he needs to sneak away. So I think I can sort of use that. I'll use a hope. What is their advantage? Let's see. Negotiate with criminals, detect lies, find a safe place to hide. Oh, I actually have all this because I'm a scoundrel, right? I'm a scoundrel, Slyborn. So I have some. I can hide. I can hide. Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. Let's roll. I'm using a hope. It's doing the. Oh shit. I roll with hope, so I actually gain a hope. That's cool. I managed to escape. He manages to escape the creditors. 18 with hope. Nice. Okay. And because I use no, I don't need to do that. Yeah, I roll with hope and then I gain a hope back. It's nice. So Daggerheart has this hope and fear system. The GM actually starts with some fear. I think the GM starts with one fear because there's one person. Yeah. One of me. Yeah. Okay, so fun. This is the first time I'm doing a solo and I'm like rolling for skills. This is my first. Okay. Okay, but I need to do something now. So I run away. And where do I go next? I probably sense that he sees that the creditors he doesn't know that the credit. I probably need to make a knowledge check here. Knowledge check. And once again, I'm using gambling addiction because this gives him that knowledge. This one doesn't. This one doesn't like negotiate with criminals, so it's not about negotiation. I don't get advantage here. And I'll just roll. I rolled 22 with fear. Oh no. GM earns a fear. Is it? GM earns a fear. Yeah, you have to manually add a fear. Does he normally for things like trying to use knowledge, right? It's a reaction roll. Reaction roll don't generate hope and fear, but in this case I want to because it's more exciting. Does he know if other predators are in the building, in the premises? Yes, he senses them with fear. So Was it bad thing? It's very stressful for him. He's trying to run away. Marks a stress. I mark a stress. This will affect me later on. Mark a stress. Okay. So obviously he's stressed out, right? There's he can't continue in the bar, so he exits the bar and walks into the dark alley behind. He's just trying to hide. He's just trying to hide from people in general because people right now means trouble to him. Like everywhere is trouble. I think in the dark alley, that's where I can like exercise a bit of my like intuition and in improv. And then I'll see he sees a robe figure sitting against the alley wall of the tavern. The robe figure, I kind of see like this person is sat down. And this solo thing, right? I wanted to use it to flesh out this guy's like character story, but it seems like it's taking forever. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll do like what you call it? Like montages, like vignettes. Like this one is a bit of a scene of how he got the talisman, which is related to the character's main storyline. And then after that we go into the day-to-day activity. So this person is sat down with a flickering oil lamp next to him. He seems to be divining something on a small crate in front of him, using it as a table. Does he notice Fred? I roll presence again. This time is about this is a reaction roll, so it's a reaction roll. There's no advantage here. Just roll. Oh, I roll a critical. He does know this Fred, and I think Fred is someone very important to him. Yeah. Come in. Yeah, it's like he's asking Fred to. Fred, are you? I think like I don't know. Like I'm trying to make it direct, man. Like you just yeah. What's this? Oh wow, Daggerheart quick rules. Nice. Okay, I'm distracted. Trying not to be distracted. Okay. Wow, it's very hard to think of like I have to switch to GM mode right now to plan something for my character, and the thing is the motivation is not there to do it. I'll just like do. I think this is where I use some other roll table. I'll get to that. Does he notice Fred? Fred is surprised and shocked. Almost turns to run away. Does he run away? I'm like rolling everything. Does he run away? How do I roll something that's based on like instinct? Maybe I roll instinct. It is a reaction roll again. Wow, I failed with hope. Fred. I failed. Instinct roll. I get hope though, right? Yeah, I get hope. Red runs away. Then the guy's like, wait! And Fred, what does Fred do? Where does Fred run to? Does Fred even know where to run to? He just runs out in the streets. Maybe because like the alley is it's not a safe space anymore. There's someone else there. Okay, so Fred runs out to the streets. I think this is where I try to get inspiration from the literary roll table. So I have two roll tables here. Let me see which one is better to be used. There's one roll table full of like passages from storybooks lah. And then there's another one also from storybooks. It's a smaller table. It's like an atmosphere building table. Actually this book has a lot of interesting tools, like using tarot cards to build world and all that, but that's not what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Okay, let's roll on the literary table. It's a D66. D66 meaning I roll 2d6, but each dice is treated differently. So, in other words, I'm actually not rolling 2d6. I'm rolling 1d6 after another. Okay, I rolled 3. And then let's roll again. 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is I'm gonna read the passage out loud. 3 and 4. After several days, your vision strays and unfocuses and you blink slowly. Attention drawn to a door at the very bottom of a mirror. The door is as big as the machine. The door is as small as your fingernail. The distance between you and the door is infinite. The distance between you and the door is so minute. You could reach out and touch it. The door is translucent. The images that flow across the screen swept across the door as well, so that it's only by barely perceived hairline fracture of its outline that it can be distinguished beneath the desert, ocean, mountains that glide across its surface. The door is a mirror, too, you realize. And after so long of not focusing on anything, letting images run through you, you find yourself concentrating on the door, and the door alone. In many ways, it is an ordinary door, almost a non-existent door, and yet staring at it, a wave of fear passes over you. A fear so blinding that it paralyzes you, holds you in place. You can feel the pressure of all that meat, all that flesh, all the metal inside the machine amassed behind the door. It's an unbearable weight at your throat. You are buried in it, in a small box, Under an eternity of rock and earth, the worms are singing to you through the rubble. The worms know your name. You cannot think. Your head is full of blood. You dare not breathe. The door begins to open inward, and something fluid and slow, no longer dreaming, begins to come from inside. What is this? I don't get the full context of this passage. It kind of seemed like at the very bottom of the mirror, big as the machine and yet very small, infinite and yet minute that you can reach out. There's like a lot of juxtaposition, a lot of contradiction going on in this paragraph. Um, it kind of give me the sense that this person is a prisoner in like some kind of interdimensional like torture scape, you know. Um, they say the person is hung, the no head is full of blood, so I imagine like the person is hung upside down, cannot think, dare not breathe. So it's not a good place to be in, and just like it's very overwhelming. All the senses are like, all the contradicting senses are like crowding this person. How do I fit that into this storyline? I don't know. Um, yeah, kind of stuck here. Should I roll again? This is crazy though. This imagery is crazy. I kind of think of it as like a maybe something eldritch is finally hitting the character. Something that's like horror. He does get a sense of some in, incomprehensible horror. Yeah, I'll take a note. I'll take a note. Maybe. Literally. Literary passage role. I'll just put here incomprehensible horror. Alternatively, I could just take stuff out from the passage and run with it. Like, oh, door. Okay, the door can be anything. I don't need to take like the whole thing, but maybe I'll just put like door and mirror. You know, just to like. I think I need to roll again. Let's roll again. You know, I'm not trying to roll 2d6. Shit. Six five. 6-5 is her visitor. She saw as she opened another door thing. She opened the door, was seated in the armchair before the fire, dozing it would seem, with his bandaged head drooping on one side. The only light in the room was the red glow from the fire, which lit his eyes like adverse railway signals, but left his downcast face in the darkness and the scanty vestiges of the day that came in through the open door. Everything was ruddy, shadowy, and indistinct to hear, and more so since she had just been lighting the bar lamp. Her eyes were dazzled, but for a second it seemed to her that the man she looked at had an enormous mouth wide open, a vast and incredible mouth that swallowed the whole of the lower portion of his face. It was the sensation of a moment, the white bound head, the monstrous goggle eyes, and this huge yawn below it. Then he stirred. started up in his chair, put up his hand. She opened the door wide so that the room was lighter, and she saw him more clearly, with the muffler held to his face just as she had seen him hold the serviette before. The shadows, she fancied, had tricked her. This is from H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man. It sounds like some kind of entity going on here. Um, on an armchair, asleep on an armchair, but kind of looks horrifying. Horrifying man on armchair with a door. He opened the door, so door gets another point. There's also fire, and there's like monstrosity on an armchair. Yeah. So two passages seem to be pointing to some kind of imagery that Fred will see immediately after he runs away. So what hooks him back to the rope figure? What eventually hooks him back? Because he might keep running, and he sees this, like he might run even faster. What brings him back? What finally brings him back? Okay, let me see if I can do anything. Oh, oh. No, but that would be too boring though. Hmm. I'm thinking like he accidentally kills the rogue guy with his dagger. Because he's like on flight or fight instincts, right? Yeah. He's facing some horrors. Indescribable horrors. I can't even describe it on the compendium because I'm not going to. Because, as in, I think that's not the main point of this adventure. I just want to see what happens. Hey, Habibi. How are you? Hello, Pengyu. Hello. Hello, Pengyu. How are you doing? I'm trying to create a backstory for my character, and it turned out to be harder than I imagined. Um, yeah, I'm trying to run away from some horrible thing now, and I'm not sure how my character will react. Like, just keep running. Maybe you just keep running because Fred is bombarded by visions of incomprehensible horror. It's the kind of how's weekend looking? I'm joining Jay Chan's D&D tomorrow. That's why I'm like doing this to prep for my character. I'm trying to find the correct state of mind my character is in. Yeah. Always wanted to try D&D. If you want, next time we can do like a 1-to-1 session if you want. Like I'm trying to work on this thing where I can provide these adventures on a more like smaller scale store, like very deep dive kind of thing. Yeah. But of course, if you find any good tables, I love 121. Nice. Yeah. I have this adventure in mind. Yeah, for left is here. Hey Habibi. Okay. Let me meditate on my character right now. I don't know what I'm doing. This kind of the kind of horror uh horror that modifies one's experience, seemingly stretching. I don't know what I'm typing. Time. Modifies one's memories, impacting their perception of time, etc. This is kind of like Tsukuyomi style stuff, or like Mangekyo Sharingan. I don't know what the thing is really. Sir, I keep saying that I never organize next sessions. Hey, it takes a lot to prep. Okay, I'm trying my best. You see, I'm even struggling like with a basic solo adventure, so I don't know how I can manage like. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah. Just give me a bit more time. Getting there. I have some campaign ideas I want to run. I also have like a basic one that is already ready to run. I just need to reskin it. So I'm after doing the reskinning, I can start the adventure. Yeah. 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 So Fred is being like disturbed by all this. He just runs. He runs straight into a darker alley. Oh my gosh. And then there's like a door there, I guess. It's like there's a door. There's a door there. He tries to break it. Okay, I need to roll on strength to break it. It's like my strength is a negative one. It's good. I'm going to hurt myself doing this. I use my farm hand skill because I think you need some strength to farm hand. Yeah, I gotta roll. I roll at 11 with hope. Okay, the door. I gain a hope, but is the door like a failure? Like no, it's like I think the difficulty of the door is probably 14. So I fail. I do fail. So I fail. He fails to break it, but gains hope. Yeah. Um. What happens when he fails to break it? It's hope, so it's not like a very terrible outcome. It's just maybe he spots a way to open it. Does he spot a way to open it? Okay, it's hope, so I let my character try to spot a way to open it. So I will make a. Is it a reaction? Wow, man. Okay, I'll just make a normal action roll. Um, maybe an instinct or sense, perceive, negate, instinct. Okay, yeah, instinct. Yeah, he's very bad at this. There's no advantage. He literally no advantage he can use here. Um, maybe gambling addiction because he's like, you know. Oh wait, I can use this to reroll. Okay, let's mark stress to reroll. I got reroll strength. Okay, I reroll strength. Then use the farm hand again. Do I want to allow the character break? I still fail. Okay, I still fail, but I gain a hope again. It's funny. Okay, what did I roll? 6 and 5. 6 and 5 are pretty median results. Okay, I failed twice. This times 2. Okay. It's like boom, boom, shit, nothing happened. Then I think something drops from the door. I'm just like spitballing here, you know. Something drops from the door, and this is where I roll mythic, I guess. Something drops from the door, and I roll mythic. Mythic. Yeah, I don't know why the dice is. No save changes as well. Let me roll mythic again. I'll roll a description. 87. Quietly ruined. What is quietly ruined? Something is quietly ruined as I slam on the door. Maybe let me write down. Something is quietly ruined as I smash the door. The lock. No, that would be no. Maybe I make another roll to see if I break the lock. This time, because do I sense it? This is the thing is, do I even sense this? Let's see if I sense this. Okay, I'll do a reaction. No, I'll do a like instinct roll to see if I sense. If I yeah, okay, instinct roll. No, I don't think addiction can be used here. It's a yeah, it's just quite a stretch. Let's roll 6 and 1. No. Oh wait, what happened? Hey, why is he rolling all this shit? Unexpected random event. PC positive best style victory. I didn't ask for that. How come it just randomly roll a unexpected event? That's very interesting. Best style victory for me. What? Okay. I'm very confused. Okay, let's see. First of all, I roll hope, which is very low though. So I still, but I get a hope, but it's very low. And I didn't use the experience, so I cannot reroll. Um, I got an unexpected random event. What? Bestyle victory. PC positive. Nice. Very nice, very nice. What is bestow? Bestow is apply. Put to use. I put to use a victory. Or provide with quarters. Convey as a gift. Okay, so I'm granted a victory. What kind of victory can I get from a knocking on the door? I guess the door just smashes open. This is very tricky. There's conflicting rules going on here. So like I did fail the roll, but then I triggered an unexpected random event. That is best style victory. What kind of victory did I get from this? Did I like get some money? What kind of thing would constitute a victory in this scenario? Um, Let me roll the literary table again. The 2d6. You know what? What the shit? No, no, no. Delete this. 2d6. A 66. Okay. What kind of victory? 66. With that, they galloped away and were swallowed up by the darkness. At the same time, in a different part of Fantastica, something happened which was completely unnoticed. On a remote night, black hid. The darkness condensed into a great shadowy form. Wow, there's a lot of darkness in these passages. It became so dense that even the moonless, starless night, it came to look like a big black body. It became so dense that even in that moonless, starless night, it became to look like a big black body. Its outlines were still unclear, but it stood on four legs and green fire glowed in the eyes of its huge shaggy head. It lifted up its great snout and stood for a long while, sniffing the air. Then suddenly it seemed to find the scent it was looking for, and a deep triumphant growl issued from his throat. And off it ran through the starless night in long soundless. So I guess victory in this sense, I mean there's a lot of running away. Bestowed victory, right? I think victory in this sense will mean like the bestow. He fails a roll to detect what broke in the door, but random event, this DC positive bestow victory. So he sees the horror, the entity in his horrific visions. It could be that it's running away, or it could be that it's more like it's less hostile now. Show a less hostile side. I don't know how to describe that. I probably need to fill that in, but at least I have something to work with. So Fred finally can calm down. Fred calms down. He doesn't open the door. I don't know what's behind the door. Maybe as a GM, I'll put some like treasure or some secret dungeon behind it, but he didn't open it, so it didn't happen. So yeah. Fred calms down and turns around. Okay, this is back to the rope figure. Oh shit, sorry. Are you Fred? Fred, are you Fred? Where? Fred Johnson. I think he says the full name. I've been looking for you. And Fred's like, how do you know my name? What's the credit? What's a good name for the creditors? The credit the mm, good like medieval style marauders are like so. Mm. Let me look up the name table in Mythic GME. I think I can roll it from directly here. Mythic GME tools. Okay, what's that? Names. I need names. Sounds. Name sounds. Sounds. Not this one. Names. Orn. Tea. Orn tea. Orn tea. What sounds like orn tea? Tjorn. Is it a gang or is it like a sect, like a cult or something? Maybe it's a cult. Maybe it's a cult because this guy is like he just gives broken promises everywhere. He probably went to a cult or something. So let's invent like a NPC faction here right now. Are you one of the okay then this where I put the name. Cult. Let it be a cult because there's a lot of like storyline into cult. Probably they even have their own dungeon and stuff in the whatever place they have. And I think cult was one of the storylines I wanted to create for my Wuxia campaign. It didn't come true, so probably I'll try to fit it into this storyline. Um okay, in the Wuxia one I have like a gang called Tiger Claw, but it's a very rudimentary name and they are not meant to be the main characters, so it's not as impressive sounding. This kind of cult is more of like what you call it? Okay, they are kind of like Shark Tank for gamblers. they're like um you want to gamble and we can provide the funding for you, but you need to win the games. If not, we will come in. Yeah, maybe the kind of angel investors for gamblers. Whereas I'm not sure if that will ever be a real idea. But a cult can have all sorts of weird ideas that motivate them. So probably uh, mm, something to do with gamblers. Maybe it's like a deity that gambles and stuff. Is there a deity that gambles? I'm just like spitballing here right now. Vary across culture. Hermes, Lakshmi, Thoth, or associated with luck. Not really gambling, it's just associated with luck. Okay. Who is god of gambling? Hermes. Archetype deity, he fits the profile of your average god of gambling, or he's associated with fertility, wealth, and luck. This old timer has a rascal side. Ooh, interesting. Oh, Hermes. Hmm. If Fred were to become a cleric, probably this would be his god. It seemed like the character I was trying to create. Okay, interesting, but as like a god, right? Okay. I don't know how I never read up about this character. Oh damn. You know the feeling when you have a character idea and then something in real life actually already models the idea. You're like, oh shit, now it feels like I'm copying. This is the kind of thing I'm feeling right now. But it's fine. I mean, it means your idea is valid because it already exists. So let's do this. Um okay, so they worship Hermes, but probably the cult name is not doesn't have his name. Hmm. I go to Google and see if there's like a actual cult that is based on Hermes. Mounts Arcadia. Mount Silene. Okay, there's actually a cult of Hermes. Nice. Okay, but Hermes probably might not exist in this world, so I probably need to come up with a name, a different name. So I got Orn tea here. I got Orn and tea. Orange tea. What's Orn? Born or Zorn or yeah, Hermes. Hermes. Tylorn. Order of Tylorn. I don't know. I can make the name better. Uh, Occult gamblers. They fun gambling. They fun gamblers. And then I think he tried. I think Brad tried to learn to take a course, and he promised to pay the school fees, but he didn't. He used up all their investment, initial investment, and he lost. He basically lost. Yeah, so he owes them the school fees, and he lost all the money. Yeah, they gave him. So yeah, very bad situation. And but this rope figure is not from Thailand. Obviously, it's not. It's a separate entity. Let's roll a name for this rope guy. This rope guy might be important later on. He will die. I scripted that he will die, but you know, it's a fantasy world. Even after death, the character can still exist. Yeah, roll a name. This fur car fur car. Why you give me such a name? Fur fur fur. Okay, this maybe is not. Okay. I'm trying to formulate like a political story here. Like sounds like a triangle relationship. Because this is one of the techniques that is recommended here to create tension. You create like 3 different points. Like you will create. There are many things. Like for a person's life, you can create 3 different states that they cycle through. And then for like political parties, you create like 3 different groups that are like at odds at each other. Create some kind of tension that would naturally just drive your character along the way. Yeah. I think I'll try to wrap this up. I'll continue tomorrow. I feel like I got an idea of what's going on, but I think this is very nerve wracking. So it's taking a lot longer than expected. Maybe tomorrow when I do this in the living room and it's like freaking hot now. It's less hot in the morning. I'm not saying it's less hot in the morning. It's obviously hotter in the morning. But, okay, okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. I think I'll just stop here. It's been a while since I streamed. I really enjoy doing this again. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. See you. How do I stop the stream?